The phone slipped from Peyton's trembling hands, crashing onto the hardwood floor of her cramped Los Angeles apartment. On the screen, frozen in time, was the paparazzi photo. Her girlfriend, the rising Hollywood actress Elena Vargas, locked in a passionate kiss with her male co-star at some glitzy after-party. The headline screamed betrayal louder than any words could. Elena Vargas and Jake Harlan, Hollywood's new power couple? Peyton's chest tightened, her breath coming in short, ragged gasps as the room spun around her. She had known Elena for 2 years, a whirlwind romance that started in the shadows of red carpet events and late-night script readings. Peyton, a quiet graphic designer from a conservative Midwest family, had uprooted her life to be closer to Elena's glittering world. But now, staring at the evidence of Elena's public facade, Peyton felt the foundation of her reality crumble. How could the woman who whispered promises of forever in the dead of night play this role so convincingly? Pacing the room, Peyton replayed their last conversation. Elena had been distant, citing exhaustion from filming, but Peyton had brushed it off as the price of fame. Now it all made sense, the canceled dates, the vague excuses. She grabbed her keys, needing air, needing anything but this suffocating silence. Outside, the LA night buzzed with indifferent energy, palm trees swaying under streetlights. Peyton walked aimlessly, her mind a storm of questions. Was their love just a rehearsal for Elena? Something to discard when the spotlight demanded a different script? Her phone buzzed incessantly. Texts from friends, notifications from social media exploding with the news. She ignored them all, until one name flashed: Jordan. Her childhood friend from back in Ohio. The one she'd lost touch with after moving west. Saw the news. You okay? Call me. Peyton hesitated, fingers hovering over the screen. Jordan had always been the steady one. The girl who defended her in schoolyard fights and shared secrets under starry skies. But admitting this failure felt like exposing a raw wound. Finally she dialed. Jordan picked up on the first ring. Peyton? Talk to me. The familiar voice, warm and unwavering, cracked something inside her. Words tumbled out, the pain, the confusion, the fear of what this meant for her hidden life. Jordan listened without interruption, her responses measured and kind. Come home if you need to, she said finally. Or I'll come to you. Peyton hung up, leaning against a graffiti-covered wall, wondering if she could face the judgment waiting back east. The next morning, Elena called. Her voice was polished, rehearsed. It's not what it looks like, babe. PR stunt for the movie. You know how this industry works. Peyton's anger boiled over. A stunt? You kissed him like you meant it. Elena sighed, as if Peyton was being unreasonable. I have to play the game, Peyton. Being out isn't an option right now. Not with my career on the line. The call ended with Elena promising to make it right, but Peyton knew better. This wasn't just about fame. It was about Elena's unwillingness to choose her over the facade. Peyton threw herself into work, designing logos for indie brands, but her focus shattered every time Elena's face popped up online. Friends in LA offered sympathy, but their pity stung. She needed distance, perspective. On impulse, she booked a flight to Ohio, telling herself it was just a visit. Landing in Cleveland, the crisp autumn air hit her like a memory. Jordan was waiting at the airport, taller than Peyton remembered, with that same easy smile. You look like hell, Jordan teased, pulling her into a hug. For the first time in days, Peyton felt grounded. They drove to Jordan's house in the suburbs, a cozy bungalow with a wraparound porch. Over coffee, Peyton poured out the details, the secret dates, the stolen moments, the constant fear of exposure. Jordan nodded, her eyes darkening with empathy. Sounds like she was using you as her safe space while she chased the spotlight. Peyton winced at the truth. Jordan had her own life now, a stable job as a teacher, a circle of friends, but she made room for Peyton without question. As days turned into a week, Peyton found solace in the routine. Helping Jordan grade papers, walking through leaf-strewn parks, sharing laughs over old photos. But beneath the comfort lurked unease. Peyton's family lived nearby, devout Catholics who viewed her lifestyle as a phase to pray away. She hadn't come out to them fully, always dodging questions about boyfriends. Now, with Elena's betrayal fresh, the thought of their disapproval felt like another blow. One evening, Jordan confronted her gently. You're hiding here, Peyton. What happens when you go back? Peyton stared at her mug, steam curling up. I don't know. Maybe I don't go back. Jordan reached across the table, her hand brushing Peyton's. The touch lingered a second too long, sending a spark through Peyton's veins. She pulled away, confused. Jordan was straight, wasn't she? Or had Peyton misread the signals all these years? The question hung unspoken, adding a new layer to the tension building inside her. Back in LA, Elena's calls grew frantic. Voicemails piled up. I miss you. This PR thing is temporary. Come home. Peyton deleted them, but each one chipped at her resolve. Ohio felt like a bubble, safe but temporary. Jordan noticed her distraction. You don't owe her anything, she said one night over pizza. Peyton nodded, but doubt gnawed at her. Was she overreacting? Elena's world was cutthroat. Maybe survival meant compromises. Peyton's parents invited her for dinner, oblivious to the turmoil. Sitting at the familiar table, fielding questions about her glamorous life in California, she felt like an imposter. Any special someone? Her mom asked innocently. Peyton mumbled about being single, her dad's approving nod twisting the knife. Jordan joined them, a buffer of normalcy. But as the evening wore on, Peyton caught her parents exchanging glances, whispers about her choices when they thought she couldn't hear. That night, back at Jordan's, the dam broke. They'll never accept me, Peyton sobbed. Jordan held her, arms strong and reassuring. Then make them. Or don't. But you can't live for their approval. In the quiet, Jordan confessed her own secret. She'd questioned her sexuality in college, dated a woman briefly, but buried it under societal expectations. I get the pressure, Peyton. More than you know. The revelation shifted everything. Peyton looked at Jordan anew, seeing the shared pain, the unspoken connection from their youth. Tempted to stay, Peyton extended her trip. They spent days exploring old haunts, reminiscing about teenage crushes and dreams. Jordan's presence was a balm, but Peyton felt the pull of unfinished business. Elena texted photos of their apartment, reminders of what they'd built. I told my agent about us. We're going public soon. Peyton's heart raced. Was this real, or another manipulation? She confided in Jordan, who frowned. Sounds like damage control. Don't fall for it. Conflict brewed when Peyton's sister, Maria, dropped by unannounced. Maria, ever the family mediator, sensed something off. Mom and Dad worry you're lost out there. Come home for good. Peyton bristled. Home? Where I have to pretend? Maria's eyes widened. Pretend what? That you're not. You know. The word gay hung unsaid, heavy with judgment. Jordan stepped in, defending Peyton, but the argument escalated. Maria left in tears, warning of family rifts. Alone, Peyton questioned her choices. Staying with Jordan felt right, but was it escape or genuine? Jordan's touches grew more intentional. A hand on her back, a lingering gaze. One rainy afternoon, they kissed, tentative at first, then with years of pent-up emotion. It was different from Elena, honest, without the glamour shadow. But guilt crashed in. Was she betraying Elena? Or herself by rushing into something new? News broke. Elena at a press conference, dodging questions about her personal life. No mention of Peyton. Fury ignited. She called Elena, voice steady. It's over. For real. Elena pleaded. Don't do this. I need you. But Peyton hung up, choosing closure. Jordan celebrated with her, but Peyton saw worry in her eyes. What now? Jordan asked. Peyton smiled faintly. Figure it out together? The decision weighed heavy. Peyton's job in LA beckoned, but Ohio offered roots. Family tensions simmered. Her parents called, concerned about Maria's outburst. We love you, but think about your soul, her dad said. The moral tug-of-war tore at her, loyalty to self versus family bonds. Jordan urged therapy, but Peyton resisted, fearing labels. As weeks passed, subtle shifts occurred. Jordan introduced Peyton to her friends as an old flame reignited. Testing waters. Reactions varied, support from some, awkward silences from others. Society's gaze felt omnipresent, even in progressive pockets. Peyton grappled with internalized shame. Nights spent wondering if love like theirs was worth the fight. A turning point came at a local event. A pride gathering Jordan dragged her to. Surrounded by stories of resilience, Peyton felt a spark of hope. But back home, an anonymous letter arrived. Hate mail from a neighbor, condemning their sinful ways. Panic set in. Jordan shredded it, defiant. "We don't hide." But Peyton wavered, the damage from Elena's world making her cautious. Was visibility freedom or a target? The question haunted her as tensions mounted. Elena didn't fade quietly. Tabloids speculated on her mystery breakup, fueling rumors. Peyton's name surfaced in online forums, doxed by fans piecing together clues. Threats poured in. Emails calling her a homewrecker, a liar. She changed her number, but the invasion shook her core. Jordan stood firm, installing security, but Peyton saw the toll. "This is my mess," Peyton said. "You shouldn't have to deal." Jordan shook her head. "We're in this now." Family fractures deepened. Peyton's mom visited, tears in her eyes. "We raised you better. This isn't you." Peyton defended her truth, but the words stung like barbs. "It's always been me, Mom. You just didn't want to see." The confrontation ended in silence, her mom leaving with a Bible verse scribbled on a note. Dad stopped calling altogether. The rejection cut deep, forcing Peyton to confront the cost of authenticity. Jordan's own family, more liberal, offered support, but it highlighted the divide. At a dinner with them, Peyton felt like an outsider, envy mixing with gratitude. Later, Jordan admitted doubts. "What if this ruins your life? Your career, your family?" Peyton reassured her, but inwardly questioned if love demanded such sacrifices. Was holding on selfish or brave? A job offer arrived, an LA firm wanting her back with a promotion. Temptation pulled. Stability versus the unknown. She discussed it with Jordan, who encouraged her. "Go if you need to, but know I'd follow." The selflessness moved Peyton, contrasting Elena's demands. Yet, leaving felt like abandonment. Drama escalated when Elena showed up in Ohio, tracked via mutual friends. Standing on Jordan's porch, glamorous even in jeans, she begged forgiveness. "I ended the PR stunt. I'm ready to come out for us." Peyton's heart wavered. Jordan watched from inside, expression unreadable. The confrontation turned heated. Elena accused Jordan of interference. "She's just a rebound." Jordan fired back. "At least I'm real." Peyton stood between them, torn by loyalties. Choosing to talk privately, Peyton heard Elena's pleas. Stories of industry pressure, fear of losing roles. "I was wrong, but I love you." Sympathy stirred, but Peyton saw the pattern. Elena always prioritized herself. "Love isn't conditional," Peyton said, walking away. Elena left defeated, but not before whispering, "You'll regret this." The aftermath brought clarity and chaos. Jordan and Peyton grew closer, but shadows lingered. Peyton attended therapy, unpacking years of suppression. Sessions revealed deep-seated fears, of rejection, of failure. Jordan joined sometimes, their bond strengthening through vulnerability. But societal backlash intensified. At work, Jordan faced whispers from parents, questioning her influence on students. A pivotal moment. Peyton's sister Maria reached out, apologetic. "I was wrong. Let's talk." They met, tears flowing as Maria shared her own struggles with conformity. A bridge formed, tentative but real. It gave Peyton hope for family reconciliation, but Dad remained distant. The moral dilemma persisted. Was forcing acceptance right, or should she let go? Highs and lows alternated. Romantic evenings with Jordan balanced the stress, but arguments arose. Jordan pushed for public commitment. Peyton hesitated, scarred by Elena. What if it falls apart? Peyton asked. Jordan's patience wore thin. Then we fight for it. The tension built, testing their foundation. As winter approached, Peyton decided against the LA job, committing to Ohio. But Elena's parting words echoed when a scandal hit. Leaked texts from their relationship, twisted to paint Peyton as obsessive. Online hate surged. Jordan rallied friends, but Peyton spiraled, questioning every choice. Was this the price of love? Or a sign to retreat? The storm raged on, forcing deeper introspection. The leak traced back to Elena's circle, revenge, perhaps, or a desperate bid for sympathy. Peyton's world narrowed to damage control. She hired a lawyer, but the emotional toll mounted. Nights of insomnia, replaying betrayals. Jordan became her rock, but cracks showed. "I can't keep fighting your ghosts," Jordan admitted during a heated argument. Peyton snapped back. "Then don't." Regret followed, apologies exchanged in the dawn light. Family dynamics shifted unpredictably. Mom called sporadically, offering olive branches laced with conditions. "Come to church with us." Peyton declined, asserting boundaries. Dad's silence spoke volumes. A void Peyton filled with resentment. Maria became an ally mediating, but progress was slow. The internal conflict raged. Was forgiveness weakness or strength? Professionally, Peyton freelanced remotely, building a portfolio untethered to LA's toxicity. Jordan supported her, but her own job suffered. A parent complaint led to a meeting with the principal. "Your personal life is your business, but keep it out of school." Jordan fumed, considering quitting. Peyton felt guilty. "This is because of me." Jordan hugged her. "No, because of ignorance." Intimacy deepened their connection, moments of tenderness amid turmoil. Walks in the snow, shared dreams of a future. But doubts crept in. Peyton wondered if Jordan deserved better, someone without baggage. Jordan sensed it, confronting her. "Stop pushing me away." The vulnerability led to breakthroughs, but also exposed raw nerves. A surprise visit from old LA friends brought perspective. They shared stories of Elena's downfall, lost roles, public scrutiny. "You dodged a bullet," one said. Peyton nodded, but pity for Elena stirred. Had she been a victim too, of Hollywood's machine? The moral gray area blurred lines. Empathy versus justice. Tensions peaked at a family holiday gathering. Peyton attended warily, Jordan by her side. Whispers turned to outright confrontation. Dad exploded. "This isn't natural." Peyton stood her ground. "Love is love, Dad." The room fell silent, Mom in tears. Jordan defended her, but they left early, the rift wider. In the car, Peyton broke down. Was it worth it? Jordan held her hand. "Yes. For us." Healing began in small steps. Therapy sessions focused on self-acceptance, Jordan attending joint ones. They volunteered at LGBTQ centers, finding community. But backlash persisted. Vandalism on Jordan's car, slurs scrawled. Fear gripped Peyton. What if it escalates? Jordan's resolve hardened. "We stand tall." A turning point. Peyton wrote an op-ed for a local paper, anonymous at first, sharing her story. Responses flooded. Support, hate, but mostly solidarity. It empowered her, but exposed vulnerabilities. Jordan praised her bravery, their bond solidifying. Yet, Elena resurfaced via email. "I'm sorry. Truly." Peyton debated responding, the pull of closure strong. Decisions loomed. Peyton considered moving with Jordan to a more accepting city. Weighing pros and cons, family ties tugged. Maria's pregnancy announcement brought hope for reconciliation. But Dad's stubbornness tested limits. The ethical quandary: cut ties, or persist? As spring thawed the ground, Peyton felt a shift. No longer defined by betrayal, she embraced her truth. Jordan proposed a commitment ceremony, simple and private. Peyton accepted. Tears of joy. But shadows lingered. Was happiness earned through pain, or despite it? The journey continued, fraught with choices. The ceremony was intimate, in a sunlit park with close friends. Vows exchanged, rings slipped on fingers. For a moment, bliss overshadowed chaos. But reality intruded. Peyton's parents didn't attend, though Mom sent a card. "Thinking of you." The gesture bittersweet, highlighting unfinished wounds. Jordan's family celebrated, their warmth a contrast. Peyton grappled with envy, questioning if full acceptance was possible. Post-ceremony, life normalized somewhat. Peyton's freelance thrived, Jordan switched to a progressive school. But societal pressures persisted. At a pride parade, they marched hand in hand, cheers mingling with jeers. A thrown bottle missed them, but the intent stung. Peyton froze, old fears resurfacing. Jordan pulled her close. We keep going. Internal conflicts evolved. Peyton dreamed of Elena, guilt-tinged what-ifs. Therapy helped unpack it, forgiveness as self-care. She replied to Elena's email. I forgive you, but we're done. Closure felt liberating, but stirred Jordan's insecurities. Do you still love her? Peyton reassured her. No. You're mine now. Family reconciliation inched forward. Maria invited them to a baby shower. Dad was there, awkward but present. No apologies, but a nod of acknowledgement. Mom hugged Peyton tightly. We're trying. The progress fragile, built on compromises. Peyton pondered the ethics. Was partial acceptance enough, or a cop-out? Betrayals from unexpected quarters emerged. A colleague of Jordan's outed them maliciously, leading to online harassment. Peyton's work suffered, clients pulling back. They lawyered up, but the stress strained their relationship. Arguments flared over handling it. Peyton wanted retreat, Jordan confrontation. Hiding didn't work before, Jordan said. Peyton countered, fighting exhausts me. Compromise came hard, testing their unity. Awakenings followed damage. Peyton joined support groups, sharing stories, finding strength in collective resilience. Jordan wrote a blog on education and inclusivity, gaining followers. Their voices amplified, but at a cost, privacy eroded. The trade-off, visibility for change or safety in shadows. A major confrontation. Dad called voice gruff. Saw your article. Didn't agree but proud you're standing up. The words stunned Peyton. Tears flowed as barriers cracked. Not full endorsement, but a start. Mom followed, admitting fears rooted in her upbringing. Dialogues began, painful but necessary. Highs balanced lows. Vacations together, building memories. But Elena's memoir hit shelves, veiled references to their affair. Media frenzy reignited. Peyton ignored it, focusing on her life. Jordan admired her growth. You've come so far. Peyton smiled. We have. Moral dilemmas persisted. When a young relative came out, Peyton mentored her, drawing from experience. But advising visibility felt hypocritical amid her struggles. The cycle of pressure, family society weighed heavy. Was perpetuating the fight fair, or inevitable? As time passed, stability settled. Peyton and Jordan dreamed of kids, navigating adoption hurdles. Society's biases loomed, but determination grew. The journey, marked by losses and gains, shaped them. Yet questions lingered. Was the pain justified by the love? The answer evolved daily. Years blended into a tapestry of resilience. Peyton's family thawed further. Holidays included Jordan. Conversations tiptoed around acceptance. Dad's health scare prompted vulnerability. He admitted regrets, hugging Peyton for the first time in years. I was wrong. The words healed old scars, but Peyton knew forgiveness was ongoing. Mom baked Jordan's favorite pie, small gestures building bridges. Professionally, Peyton launched her own design firm, specializing in queer-friendly branding. Jordan advanced to administration, advocating for inclusive policies. Their home became a haven for friends in crisis, paying forward support. But echoes of betrayal lingered. Elena thrived in Hollywood, now openly bi, her story sanitized. Peyton felt a pang of injustice, but chose peace over bitterness. Societal shifts offered hope. Laws evolved, attitudes softened, but pockets of hate remained. At a community event, Peyton spoke on panels, sharing her path. Questions from audiences mirrored her own. How to balance love and loss. She answered honestly, no easy fixes. Jordan stood beside her, their partnership a testament to endurance. Internal peace came gradually. Peyton reflected on choices. The decision to leave Elena, embrace Jordan, confront family. Each carried costs. Lost dreams, strained bonds, emotional exhaustion. But gains outweighed. Authenticity, love, growth. Yet doubts surfaced in quiet moments. Had she compromised too much? Or not enough? A final trial. An old friend from LA visited, bearing news of Elena's downfall, addiction, isolation. Sympathy stirred, but Peyton resisted involvement. "She's not my responsibility." Jordan agreed, but the encounter reopened wounds. Discussions followed, ethics of abandonment versus self-preservation. In the end, life stabilized. Peyton and Jordan adopted a child, navigating biases with fierce protection. Family rallied, society adapted unevenly. The narrative of their love, woven with drama and decision, stood as a beacon. But the core question remained, a spark for reflection. Was sacrificing family harmony and personal safety for forbidden love truly righteous? Or does society bear the blame for forcing such impossible choices?